Hey, let's get some water. I'm gonna make some coffee today too. You kind of have me get my breakfast. I need to explain myself too a little bit, I think. 'Cause I think I might have alienated my audience a little bit. And I just need to explain myself, I think. So, I was rewatching some of my more popular videos recently, and I said something, and I think that it may have been misunderstood a little bit. One of the things I said was, I don't do what you like. And I have to explain. My obstinance. Because as a creator, I should be free to create the content that makes me happy, right? I should be able to create and enjoy the content that I'm creating and feel free to make the content that I'm creating. I should not. I was given the advice once, not specifically from a person, but I was given the advice once that I should feel happy, that being beholden to your audience and placating your audience is the death of the artist. And so when I don't always like doing things that the audience tells me to do, because it makes me feel as though I am simply just placating the audience and that I'm not being necessarily true to myself. There are only things that I would do that certain people like. 4 categories of people that I will do to, I don't know, placate certain people. And that is my family, my friends, and my family, my friends, my close friends, such as people like Donnie, my online friends, such as the people in the water community, like Dylan and Nick, and I would even say like up to Jimmy. I would probably do things that make, I'm beholden to them, I think. And David Lynch. I think that's who I'm beholden to. But the audience, I don't know necessarily. Just to random people telling me. But even I've had you can request things, and I have the right to say no, and that's the thing. I'm not beholden to anyone. And people have requested things from me. Kids have requested things from me, and I've obviously done them in the past. I did the whole watermelon thing? I did that for a kid. So it's not that I won't do those things, but I do it if it suits my fancy. So that's why I was making the joke. I can't do what the audience likes. Well, that's filling. Let's make some coffee. Let's make some coffee. It's coffee time. Absolutely right. There we go. Come on. We are making coffee, yes we are. We are making coffee, yes we are. It's that time of day when all the life's away, when all the life is gay. We are making coffee, yes we are. Should I give you treats so you stop meowing? You won't stop meowing. You won't stop meowing for a little bit. I don't know what that was. That was me doing the grinding dance. You have to do it one-handed. People are gonna make fun of me for my grinding dance. It's fine. It's fine. I'm uncoordinated. I know. I get excited about coffee. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. Guys, this is serious. My feelings are sensitive. Okay, we still got some water in there. That was making coffee. Yeah, let's have drink some water. Do you like my interpretive dance of making coffee? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that. That was fun. It was iconic. 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 much have you? Okay, I'm gonna let that. I'm gonna make some more t-shirts today. Check out my Etsy shop, by the way. I've got some t-shirts in my Etsy shop. People keep looking at them, but nobody wants to buy them. Very sad. It's like they're thinking about it. They're thinking hard about it. Let's get my journals. You're getting all this stuff together for breakfast. Got a piece of banana bread and some mandarin oranges. And that's breakfast. With some coffee and some water. Okay, what's the question of the day? We are on July 25th. What is the most awkward thing that happened today? 2024. Last year I watched my cat stalk and eat a spider. That's really funny. Goodness. What's the most awkward thing that happened to me today so far? Oh, I farted during my meditation. During my yogic meditation. Several times. In fact, that was pretty awkward. I was like, I don't know what it was, but I just kept farting. Just would not stop farting. I had to get up and I had to go to the bathroom because I was like, there is something bubbling. Get away from my banana bread. You cannot have banana bread. There is cinnamon in that. No, no. No. No, you can't have any. I know you were eating crumbs off the floor last night. It's verboten. Hello. 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 You little food motivated monger. No. No. You can't just come around to the other side and be like, I don't, maybe you won't notice. So I was watching that Nara Smith yesterday. I was like binge watching like compilations of her TikTok videos. I'm like, I don't understand why people get so mad at her. Or like why people are upset at her. Like, she's just decided that like she just wants to be a wife and mother. And like, that's her thing. And like maybe she is a little bit like ritzy and stuff. But it's because she kind of lives this like lifestyle. But like the food that she makes, I like how she showed making mozzarella because I feel like if I were eating cheese more often, I feel like I could probably like make cheese now because she makes it seem so accessible. And that's the thing like about her videos is that she makes like cooking seem more accessible. Like she makes the idea of like making mozzarella seem like really easy. And I was like, oh, all it takes is like some milk and, like citric acid. And I have citric acid. I'm like, oh, all it takes is because she's like talking about how she makes mozzarella, and I'm like, oh, is that really all it takes? Is just some 2% milk and like citric acid and stuff? And like, I was like looking up mozzarella recipes, and I'm like, she was talking about how she like makes whey, and like that's like paneer, and I was like, oh, I think all I need is like some milk, and I have all the stuff necessary to make like paneer. And I was like, oh, I thought paneer was like hard to make, because I was like thinking it was like really difficult. And I was like, oh, she might actually have like changed like some of the recipes that I make. So like I was thinking like maybe I would make paneer for like curry and stuff, because I have some of the stuff for curry. And I was like, oh, like, so she was actually giving me like some recipe ideas that I could make for like myself. And so I was just like, I was thinking like maybe people were giving her some hate because she was making stuff that seemed like it was really difficult. But it's not difficult. Some of it's just like time consuming. But she even said like food is my love language, and like that's something that she like prides herself on. And so I don't know. It's like if that's something that like you want to take time on, but like some of the stuff that she makes is like really simple and like really easy. Like focaccia bread is really simple. It's just, again, it's time consuming. Like you have to let the bread rest and stuff, but she's probably doing stuff in the meantime while she's letting the bread rest. Like if you're letting the bread rest for an hour, you're probably doing something in the meantime, like you're editing your video or you're working on other stuff. So I just don't understand like why people give her so much hate. Like she's probably like, doing other stuff while she's working on this bread recipe. So I don't understand, like, or she's like working, she's like probably like taking care of her kids, or she's like, answering emails, or like, taking calls or stuff. She's probably busy like while she's cooking too. So like, I kind of see her as like really like inspiring. Like she's pretty aspirational. It seems like she has a lot of energy to do all that stuff. And I understand that some people don't have all of that energy to do all of that stuff, but I was like, to not look that fabulous and do all of that stuff. But it's sort of like that's what makes her an influencer, is that she's aspirational. She's doing these things, and she's doing it in such a manner that looks fantastic while she's doing it. And like she's selling something that is aspirational. Like you're supposed to, she's showing a lifestyle that is possibly unattainable, but the fact of the matter is that, she is this high glossy like perfection. And maybe if you get something out of it, that's the point. Martha Stewart was perfection in the 90s, and like, the way that she showed things in the 90s, it was like there was no way that anybody could live up to that lifestyle. But the whole point was that it was aspirational, that you were supposed to glean tidbits of knowledge from it, and that it was sort of like, wow, this person is amazing, and that she just is so wonderful, and that, you're supposed to like glean just nuggets of information from this domestic goddess. I just don't understand, like, why hate on somebody who's just so wonderful? It's misogynistic to hate on somebody who just, if that's what they want to do with their life, that's what they want to do with their life. And it's anti-feminist to say, if somebody wants to go into the office and have an office job and, work in the corporate world, that's one thing. If they want to stay at home and have babies, that's their choice. That's the whole point of feminism, is it's your choice whether or not you want to be a domestic goddess or if you want to be a working woman. It doesn't matter. You're allowed to choose. That's the whole point of feminism, is you're allowed to choose. It's like how people used to hate on what's that life-changing magic of tidying up. She was like this domestic goddess, you know, teaching people how to be a little tidy. And you just gain nuggets of knowledge on how to live more minimally. And maybe it's not that your life will be like perfect from that, but I learned to let things go and give them away. She taught me nuggets of knowledge that are still in effect for me today. That every so often I just clear out my closets and just get rid of stuff. And that knowledge has been so invaluable to me today. Oh my God. So much hate over so many things. And it's just like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's the point?